Good morning, Garden of England, Friday morning. Well, yesterday's video got exactly a third of viewings of the most recent one that had high numbers. One wonders, as I was suggesting yesterday, whether it's to do with algorithms, but maybe it's just because I never ask you guys, like all the other people on YouTube, will you like and subscribe and share and click that button or whatever it is they ask you to do. I don't ask that enough. You help me help you if you do that, apparently, so I'd be grateful if you can help. Anyway, so I reached out to, first of all, Iona yesterday, and I was able to get a perfect booking for the venue, which is the Village Hall, which looks fantastic, an amazing venue, so that would be just perfect. I've got dates in mind for early May. But then when I started to look for accommodation, there just wasn't any, other than camping, and I'm going to guess most of you won't want to do that. I'd be willing to do it, but that's kind of challenging. So I then started to look at other dates that could fit into my schedule for next year, and came up the same way. That's before asking then if there were still possibilities of booking the venue. Just looking at accommodation, and it just wasn't happening. Now I've got one or two other irons that I can explore. The Iona Abbey people, I've been there and stayed there before and participated. They have the odd week, which is a kind of open week, and I'm going to get in touch with them and see if they would entertain us. They might, you never know. And there's quite a lot of accommodation in there. Another option is to do with an outdoor centre in Camas, which is just over on the Isle of Mull. I've used that before, taking young unemployed people there. I mean, 1,000 years ago it seems like. But that would be dormitory accommodation, and not particularly ideal maybe for us older adults, but nevertheless it would be amazing in terms of the relationships that would be established. The only challenge, of course, is some of the people that might want to come might be snorers. I'm going to guess quite a few would be. And of course, if they went keto now and or carnivore, they wouldn't be snorers by the time they got to Camas. But that's another matter. The other option is there's a great Mindstore member who uses Iona for her own work, and she might have some insights. I'll get in touch with her. But at the moment, Iona is increasingly looking unlikely, which is a real pity because it would just be extraordinary. The next place I looked at was Holy Isle off Northumberland Coast, Lindisfarne. It's the same issue, no accommodation. That would have been a good one. And so I'm then thinking obviously places like a favourite place of mine, Arran and so on, but it's not got the same dynamic as Iona would have. Iona is just absolutely perfect. But so that's where we are with that. I'd been in touch with about doing the retreat again, and certainly we can be accommodated, but I had told him that I was holding back till I knew what was happening with Iona. So it could be that the island is not going to happen just because don't seem to be able to get things matched up at the moment. So the alternative would be to do the retreat. We're certainly going to do the retreat anyway, just extraordinary. And so that's where we are. The retreat, incidentally, would be you travel on the Monday, stay overnight Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, travel back on the Friday. The travel is a big part of the retreat. If you get interested in this, and what I'll do this time is on the Wednesday I will do a full day course in the barn there. That's the idea. Hold on, the dog's needing some treat here because it's an important point. I've already began to write a course. For that, it will be centred on the actual environment that's there in the campsite, and all the sort of features of it. It's already looking like an amazing course. That'll be a brand new course. I've never taught before, so that would be good. So that's where I'm at the moment. Disappointed at the moment, challenged that I can't secure Iona. But then Mercury is in retrograde, and arranging travel, booking travel, communications, not the best of things to do at these moments. So that doesn't come to an end till the end of August. It could be I wait till then and see if things open up. But anyway, if any of you have any ideas of maybe an island I'm not thinking about to do the island, so we might get accommodation, that would be helpful. So that's where we're at. Got a great weekend ahead, trust you have too. Weather could be better right enough. Summer's a wee bit weird down here, don't know what it's like where you are. By the way, I also looked on Iona in the months of March and the months of October, and again I couldn't match up. When you get into November, into February, there's a whole challenge of travel to get there, never mind booking in a Mercury retrograde period and getting there and back. So anyway, it's not for the want of having a go, it's not for the want of programming. Programming always works. May the best for all involved occur, and at the moment not looking like it's going to happen, which is, as I say, disappointing. But the venue's available, the venue's perfect. Maybe you let me know if you'd be interested in camping. There is some glamping type things, pods that might be available, and no doubt one or two of you might find a single room in a bed and breakfast or a hotel, but I can't see it anywhere. Booking.com, I've had a go at Airbnb and so on. I've gone to the individual hotels and I put in the dates, nothing's available. So anyway, that's where we are. See how things unfold. I'd be interested to see your comments. But again, thanks for watching, but more importantly, please subscribe. Please like, even that helps. And if you keep coming back, and there's a good number of you coming back, why won't you just like? How simple can that be? You must like it, you wouldn't be coming back, but by doing that you help the algorithms for people to see this, including yourself, for it to show up in your feed. Anyway, have a cracking weekend. I intend to see you on Monday.